Today we're going to be looking at atmosphere and space. The atmosphere is a layer of air surrounding the Earth, which helps block harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun, controlling climate by retaining heat and containing oxygen required for respiration and carbon dioxide needed for photosynthesis. The atmosphere is comprised essentially, or the majority of which, 78% of nitrogen and 21% oxygen. Water vapor is important for cloud formation and humidity. Layers of the atmosphere are the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and finally exosphere. And these are the layers of the atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure is determined by the number of particles in a given space, and pressure is the result of the collision of air particles. The more particles there are, the more collision, the more pressure. Atmospheric circulation, the movement of the layer of air surrounding the Earth. Warm air rises at the equator and circles back to the poles where it is cooled. Cold air makes its way back towards the equator and the cycle starts again. When warm air rises, it creates a low pressure area associated with cloud formation. And when cold air descends, it creates a high pressure area. Air dries out and is associated with clear skies. So this is atmospheric circulation. The Coriolis effect is the rotation of the Earth causing winds to move to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern hemisphere. In Quebec, this means that the weather systems always move from west to east. Circulation cells, winds form loops called circulation cells. In each hemisphere has three cells: the Hadley cell, the Farrell cell, and the polar cell. And these are the three cells. Prevailing winds, major wind currents that blow in a particular direction. Polar easterlies, in the polar regions, wind blows from east to west, and the westerlies in the middle latitudes, it blows from west to east. Prevailing winds, trade winds are near the equator, blowing from east to west. And then there is finally a jet stream, two in each hemisphere, very high altitude, and it's used by airline pilots to speed up flight time. Air masses, a large area of the atmosphere with a given temperature and humidity. When two air masses meet, they form a front, which is a transition zone where wind direction, temperature, and humidity change very rapidly. A cold front is where cold air meets warm air. The warm air rises rapidly, causing cooling and heavy rain. A warm front is when the warm air meets the cold air, and the warm air rises slowly, creating light clouds and dispersed showers. An anticyclone is a high-pressure system, an area of atmospheric circulation around a high-pressure center caused by descending cold air, preventing cloudy formation, and which means sunny skies. An anticyclone means good weather, whereas a depression is a low-pressure area, an area of atmospheric circulation where causing rising warm air, which may cause hurricanes, and encouraging cloud formation and precipitation. Wind energy is renewable energy. Disadvantages: can ruin a landscape, can't rely on the wind, and the energy cannot be stored, and often is used in combination with another power generating system. Here's an example: a wind turbine. Solar radiation, nuclear reactions in the sun to produce energy. Solar energy, Earth receives enough solar energy in 1 hour to meet the world's energy needs for 1 year. It is also renewable. Solar energy. Tides, high and low tides occur during the day and occur due to the attraction to the moon. High tides occur twice a day. At any one time, there are two high tides and two low tides, and when closest to the moon, water is pulled towards it, creating high tides. When furthest from the moon, the Earth is pulled towards the moon more strongly than the water, creating high tides as well. Highest tides, called spring tides, occur when the sun, moon, and Earth are aligned, and the difference between the high and low tides are called tidal range. And energy can be obtained from the flow of ocean tides as well, and that is renewable as well. Tidal energy.